I was sitting on a plane next to an anthropologist. I said, "What's the most interesting thing to you about people?" And she said that everyone in like across cultures, just about everybody, whether it's in their job, in their family, in friendship, whatever it might be, is suffering from some version of imposter syndrome. And imposter syndrome is believing that you're not like basically good enough to be doing what you're doing. And I am constantly wondering if I'm good enough to follow my heart, if I'm worthy of pursuing my art. Wondering if my wording is worthy. Worried I'm not worthy of working on creating beauty. I'm constantly wondering if I am creating any beauty. If there's any substance to these fleeting words, anything it's really worth, anything that changes after people hear my work. And if there's been no change as far as the eye is concerned, then I'm concerned that at the end, my life's work won't have been worth anything. I'm afraid the world would be a better place if I replaced the time I spend on stage with walking out into the streets and doing literally anything. Do words matter when they don't make matter? Do ideas need to take matter to matter? Because to make matter is worse. I don't want to be out there. I want to be here, sharing words that seem to so very quickly fade. My art doesn't exist in physical, tangible space. It comes and then it goes away until we're left with this nothingness, emptiness, consciousness that I so desperately want to lift. But when I look around at this, it won't look any different than when I started, unless we're different than when I started. And we won't look any different as far as the eye is concerned. So I'm concerned that none of this matters. Then again, do we matter? Nothing but this miraculous accumulation of matter, miraculous organization of matter, seeing matter, being matter, breathing matter. We can't actually make matter, but we can make matter matter. We can turn matter into things that matter. We can give matter value. Are these words valuable? Is that measured in dollars and cents? I guess maybe that makes sense. But if we were observed by aliens, they'd probably wonder why we spend so much time and money on things that don't matter. They'd be like, why don't you value value for its value? Why not create a world where value is actually built on your values? Planet Earth could be the thing you call heaven with an adjustment to your attitudes. Isn't that a beautiful idea? And isn't it something that an idea can be beautiful? And maybe that's enough. I want so badly for it to be enough, for what I create in minds and hearts and souls to be enough. I feel like I'm hurling stones into this giant pool of consciousness. And I finish each poem with a splash. And for a moment, there's a ripple over this vast pool of thoughts that we've collectively amassed. And then it fades, as ripples do, without a care for me or you. That stillness is resumed. And as I gaze at this beautiful, natural view, can't help but feel like it looks the same as it was before I threw. And I know the lakes have my stones in it now, but if I'm being brutally honest with myself, is that change? Does that matter? And no matter how much time I spend crafting the perfect lines, it won't stop my time on this earth from its decline. Since birth, I have been slowly dying, losing an arm wrestling match which fathered time. And it might look like I have my shit together as far as the eye is concerned, but I'm concerned that I'm wasting the only thing that matters. That I'll look back from my deathbed knowing deep down it didn't matter, that I'll return to the earth nothing but mere matter without having made any more than a ripple, at least as far as the eye is concerned. And I wrote that about 6 years ago now. And I have a very different relationship with the ripple. Like I really, at that point, I was so obsessed. Like my work has to make has to make change, has to make some sort of meaning. I
Yeah.
now deeply trust like that's meant for one person. And like it had, like I've heard that mean a lot to people. I'm like, it's great. Like that's enough. Like if it touches myself or anyone, I trust the ripples and I may never see them, but I trust it. And I
Wow.
love art. I love the world. I love people. I love this place and let it flow to the places that it comes and goes. And when I am delivered, I will be delivered and I will have tried to make as many loving ripples as I can and won't do it at the expense of being love here on earth.